had been dedicated. They had shown fortitude, doggedness in pursuing this case, and like me, sharing my sentiment of never giving up, even despite the very grim setbacks. So in a way, for VHONG Navarro, when he was asked, yes, he was happy, but at the same time, he could not categorically say that, he could not express it in that manner, because he said this was a roller coaster ride for him. Not only in terms of what happened to him, the trauma that caused, but his name was being bandied about. He became the the victim of a lot of
his
very, very
reputation was
damaging.
destroyed.
Yes. And he did say that in a way he hopes that he can really start to move on. And we feel the same way, Karen. You were witness to the conclusion of a particular chapter of this journey. And I think for most Filipino people, this is a 10-year saga. They saw it before their eyes. Many people, almost all people, would have an opinion on this. All I ask and I pray is that maybe, pwede ba, let's stop speculating about the possibility that perhaps VHONG Navarro could have committed it, could have done something wrong. Please stop.
Clearly.
The justice already said no.
The
court has said no. The Supreme Court has said no. In fact, the Supreme Court said no amount of any skillful conversation or deportment before a court could repair the damage that had already been done by the highly doubtful and inconsistent statements of Denise. Sabi ng Supreme Court, wala na, nandyan na yan eh. But still, people, one thing that this case has cost me, Karen, I don't do Facebook. I don't read comments. I don't read up commentaries on this particular case because I'm just determined to do my job, and the negative commentary doesn't help. And so please, my request is for all those who may have some desire to still accept some kind of insidious insinuations from all of this, if I can ask, please, let us rejoice in this demonstration of justice at work, and the principle that the road to justice may be hard, but if we keep on persisting, we keep on praying, we keep on being focused on the duty at hand, we will somehow reach our destination. It may come later, it may come sooner, but we should persist.
Okay. Now, I'm sure this is going to be part of many law lessons, right? I mean, this particular case. But just offhand before we close, the O.J. Simpson trial, do you remember? Now no one knows if he was guilty or not because the lawyer said, try on the glove, and it didn't fit. But this one, what part of the evidence do you believe was the strongest that actually made the Supreme Court decide on VHONG Navarro's side and that the Taguig court already convict them? I'm sure you submitted a lot of evidence, but what was for you the closer, the strongest evidence there?
The CCTV footages were not viewed by the Supreme Court.
Wow! Wait, the Supreme Court didn't watch?
No.
The Supreme Court didn't watch the CCTV footage. Yung si Denise Cornejo, hindi umiiyak, hindi tumatakbo, tumatawa siya, kalmado. Hindi nila yun napanood pero dinismiss nila ang kaso.
Yes, because at the end of the day, the Supreme Court focused on the testimony of Denise Cornejo herself, the doubtfulness of her account, the inconsistencies of her account, and it said, given the fundamental inconsistencies, there was no way, the Supreme Court said, that this could be cured by any other testimony that she could possibly make in proceedings moving forward, even in court. So at the end of the day, there is a legal truism, Karen, that basically says that there is no test to the truth of human testimony except its conformity with our knowledge, with our observation and experience. At the end of the day, logic matters, human experience
Good
matters.
point.
And everything that happened here, the fact that Denise Cornejo, for example, said she was not raped before suddenly reversing herself, the fact that she supposedly was raped 5 days earlier after backtracking, but then invited him to be to go see her again in the very same condominium unit where she was
Yes.
supposedly raped. And during trial, Karen, not many people know this, a lot of security guards testified that after the supposed rape, they saw Denise. She was very calm, and all she asked them was directions for the main office. And she was telling, can you please assist me in making sure that a certain Eleanor Nang does not get to come to Forbes Wood to visit me. All the while she was saying this, VHONG Navarro was in her condominium unit at the second floor. She made no mention about this.
Oo.
Yes. And
Oh.
also the fact that the next day she went back to the security office to say, somebody robbed me. She did not say a single word about a rape that had supposedly happened.
So she mentioned somebody robbed me, but didn't say somebody raped me.
Yes, yes. And in the midst of the supposed rape where VHONG Navarro was
There.
being detained,
Oo.
she did not mention them. All she was saying was, pwede ba itong si Eleanor Nang? I don't want her
She
to
went down.
come see me."
She went
Yes,
down the lobby to speak to the guard.
to the guards and in the entrance to say that. And of course, at the end of the day, the trial court here noted the concerted action of the accused.
Okay, so that's one. That's one. What about the Taguig conviction? Okay, what do you think was the strongest there? So other than perhaps Denise Cornejo's inconsistent testimony, did the CCTV footage play a big role
Of course.
with the
Of course
Taguig
it did.
conviction? Yeah.
Yes, the Taguig court specifically mentioned the CCTV footages, but other than that, as I said, it did go into an examination of the testimonies of all the other witnesses. For example, with respect to Cedric Lee and his complicity, she did know that it was very odd that it was Cedric Lee and his sister Bernice Lee who complained as witnesses about the rape and made it appear that they had witnessed it when in fact they were not even there. And the fact that Mr. Cedric Lee admitted to sending out a series of texts where he gave up the bank account numbers of Denise Cornejo
He
and said,
admitted that in court.
yes, because he had to. The
Yeah,
text messages were there and telling VHONG Navarro, pag ginawa mo ulit yan, yung nangyari sa iyo sa amin, hindi lang yun ang mangyayari sa iyo. And the trial court said, oh, that is an admission that you did do something to Mr. VHONG Navarro. It's a very explicit admission. To
Yeah.
the mind of the court, there was proof beyond reasonable doubt. And by the way, Karen, that's a very, very high threshold
Yeah.
to accomplish.
Yeah. Well, on that note, we don't have enough time, but I do hope to have you again on the Head Start. I think this is good to discuss. I think 10 years, too long, but you know the saying, justice delayed is justice denied. Just very quickly, do you feel that way with that phrase now? Justice is delayed, but do you feel it's denied?
No. I think I have improved for the better. With this case, it has made me more patient. It's made me less impetuous. It has made me less cynical. And that's very important because I do plan to engage in litigation some more years from now.
Yeah.
So it is, I now disavow that. If you get justice, by whatever means, however long it takes, it's worth the fight. Karen, I enjoin everybody. Kung may karapatan kayo, ipaglaban natin. Never give up. Never give up.
All right. On that note, I want to thank you for joining me today and good luck to you. More good work to be done. Attorney Alma Malyonga, the lawyer of VHONG Navarro. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Karen.